Good evening. My name is Emily Humphrey, and I'm the Heritage High School Class of 2020 Secretary. Please stand for the presentation of colors, Pledge of Allegiance, and National Anthem, and remain standing for the inception. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible. Please come forward for the national anthem.
Good evening. I'm Akira Ford, Treasurer of the Heritage Class of 2020. I ask that you please join me and bow as we say a prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this day and for giving us the opportunity to come together and celebrate with one another one more time. Thank you for watching over us and keeping us safe during this incredibly trying time. Our world is currently anxious, fearful, and uncertain, but I ask that you fill us with courage and strength so that we may be lights to our family, friends, and neighbors in this time. Thank you for blessing us with those who have helped us get to this point today. Please allow every gift and treasure you have placed inside their lives to grow, develop, and flourish to bring you glory. We ask that you bless and guide us graduates as we reach this end, chart new beginnings, and embark on new journeys. Teach us to encourage not only ourselves, but those we come in contact with, and make our hearts long to make the right choices. We pray that your gracious blessings will continue to shine on us so that we may prosper in your name. This year did not conclude in any way we had ever dreamed of, but I ask that you help us remember the lessons we've learned in quarantine. We're never promised anything, and we now truly know to always be grateful for the people and opportunities in our lives, big and small. Please watch over each and every one of us as we go our separate ways, and hopefully allow us to one day come together as one again. We cannot thank you enough for who we are and will become, and for allowing us to stay true to one another. Thank you for your goodness and unfailing love. In Jesus' name I do pray. Let us all say, amen.
Please be seated. I'd like to thank the Ringgold High School JROTC for being here today and bearing the colors. Thank you. They've been at every graduation, Heritage High School, for 12 years, and I look forward to seeing them at every one in the future. Thank you for being here. Welcome, family, friends, students. I'd like to welcome our school board chairman, Mr. Don Dacus, school board member, Ms. Suzanne Gibson, assistant superintendent, Dr. Kim Nichols, Heritage Middle School principal, Melissa Butler, Dr. Melissa Butler, and I'd like to welcome your former principal and the director of finance, Mr. Chris Lusk. I also like to give an incredibly special welcome to the faculty of Heritage High School. Haven't seen many of them since March, and it's incredible for us to be back together again here at Heritage. I'd like to give a very special welcome to our former band director, Mr. Blair Calloway. Well, folks, if you don't know, you're here for the graduation ceremony for the Heritage High School class of 2020. And I'd like to say, it's about time. My message to you today will be that you will be okay. You will endure this pandemic. You'll be part of rebuilding America's economy and our confidence in our country. You're well on your way to becoming responsible, respectful, and enlightened young men and women of character. You will overcome these current circumstances, and you will thrive. I commend you for staying positive throughout a very disappointing spring. I miss seeing your shining faces, and I know you've missed out on a lot, but I'm very thankful to have the opportunity to see you all together today and to be at home at Heritage with you tonight. And it's not raining. It's been an honor to serve as your principal, and I will remind all of you that you will be okay. I'm so proud of you, each and every one of you, and everything that you've accomplished. And I just want to say, go Generals.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lucy Hicks, and I'm the salutatorian of the Heritage High School class of 2020. The first thing I would like to say is, welcome back. We haven't been on this field in a very long time. I'm sure for many of you, memories came flooding back as soon as you took your first steps through that gate. It's been quite an eventful year for everyone, but for us as seniors, it has been a bit more difficult. It's hard to know that we lost a part of our high school experience that we can't get back. It's hard to think that the time that we could have spent together with our friends before we all went on our separate paths is gone. But I don't want this to be discouraging for anyone out there. What I want every single one of us to remember is that we, as a school, as a class, and as individuals, are so much stronger as a result of these events. We may have lost much, but one thing that I have always known about the class of 2020 is that we were all destined to do great things. We all have our stories, our experiences that have shaped our lives. Many of us have fought battles that others could never begin to understand. We have our purposes that we will continue to work toward fulfilling, and I personally cannot wait to see what we are all doing 5, 10, even 15 years from now. I would like to congratulate all of you for being here today. You each worked so hard to get to where you are, and the legacy that you have left at Heritage will forever be remembered as one of spirit, dedication, and success. I would also like to congratulate and thank parents, family members, and friends of whom have shaped us into the wonderful people on this field now. The people that I have met here are some of the most incredible, passionate, and loyal ones that I know, so whatever you did to help them along, good job. Finally, I would like to thank all of the wonderful faculty and staff at Heritage, including some of the most impactful coaches and teachers who were mentors, now turned into lifelong friends. I know that throughout my time here, I have been supported by so many of them that I wouldn't have had the opportunity of meeting if not for Heritage. I am forever grateful for this, and I know that many of my classmates are as well. I have the utmost respect for all of you, students and staff alike, and I hope you know the remarkable influence that my time here has had on me as a result of all of you. I wish you all the absolute best in your future endeavors. I hope that you find what brings you joy and pursue it, and that you will use the lessons that we have learned at Heritage to become the people that I know all of you can be. Congratulations, class of 2020. We survived quarantine. It's time to see if we can survive college.
Good evening, families, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. My name is Jade Lecker, and I'm the valedictorian of the Heritage High School class of 2020. Thank you for being here to commemorate this special moment with the class of 2020. Congratulations, it looks like we made it. I honestly didn't think that we would be able to share this moment as a whole, but here we are. I'm honored and also surprised to be on stage today to address my class for all of our accomplishments and memories while attending Heritage High School. I mean, I think I can officially say that we are the senior skip day champs at this point. How long has it been? Truthfully, if I had been told my freshman year that I would be valedictorian, I would laugh and tell you that I'm taking AP World History. So that's not gonna happen. Thanks, Dr. Trobaugh. But thanks to constant studying and stressing and dedication, I'm able to stand on stage to say congratulations to us. I want to thank my parents and my sisters for their encouragement throughout everything. They were always there for me, and I will always be grateful for it. On behalf of the class of 2020, I want to thank all of our parents, guardians, teachers, administrators, and other supporters for helping us get to this point. From simple words of encouragement before a stressful test or quiz to countless hours of homework, they have been by our sides through it all, especially during the times of this pandemic. Even though we moved to online school for part of our last semester, our teachers were always willing to help and guide us through this sudden change in our education. I could stand up here and reminisce about the last 4 years, like football games and homecoming weeks, or how we won all the pep rallies this year. Oh, that's right, we didn't. I think we're still bitter about that. However, I think that right now I should focus on this year and the years to come. I guess you could say that 2020 has been a wild year. Growing up, we've always been worried about the freshman 15, but nobody ever warned us about the quarantine 15. This year, we made history. From quarantining to social distancing to wearing masks, we've had to deal with a whole new way of living. It hasn't always been easy, and as seniors, we've had to give up an important part of our year. I mean, this is the first time that Heritage High School has ever canceled classes because of pandemic, putting our last semester of school online. This is also the first time that prom has ever been canceled, as well as clubs, athletics, and all of our senior activities. For a while, even our graduation was uncertain. This is a lot for us to accept because we are missing out on a bunch of memories. But after we walk across this stage, it'll all be worth it. The obstacles that this pandemic has brought reflects our class well. We have learned that we are capable of adapting to change and willing to shape our expectations to fit new circumstances. We have learned to accept change with a grain of salt. Things don't always go the way we had planned or hoped, but the class of 2020 has proven that we can rise above anything. Our last semester of high school was canceled, yet we still had hope. As long as we had graduation, we would be okay. We could make it through anything. And I think that shows a lot about who we are and who we will become in the future. Because after this moment, we will be adults. After this moment, we will go our separate ways. But Heritage will always be our home. Whether you choose college, the military, or a career, we will be met with a new way of life after we walk across this stage. And that's okay. Life is all about changes. Just like 2020, the years to come are uncertain. And whatever path you choose to travel, our futures will hold countless memories and new experiences. The effects of COVID-19 on our lives is an example of that. High school is just one of the bridges that will lead into adulthood, which is filled with endless decisions and opportunities. We will be facing our first career, our first day of college, our first step into the world of responsibility. This moment, this graduation, may be the end of our high school journey, but it is the beginning of a whole new one. This is merely the stepping stone into growing up. Life is full of first times, and this pandemic has shown us that. So thank you, Heritage High School, for giving us so many amazing opportunities and an outstanding 4 years. Thank you to our teachers who helped us reach the end of this path. And thank you to the class sponsors who planned and organized many of our activities. And thank you to my class for a truly unforgettable high school experience. I wish you all the best. As the fighting five-star spirit leads to victory, we will pledge our hearts forever. Heritage, hail to thee. And as always, go Generals.
It is my privilege to recognize the highest honor graduates of Heritage High School for 2020. Honor students, please stand. The names of these students are designated with an asterisk in your program. They are designated by the gold tassel and are first in line to receive their diplomas. These students have maintained an A average in high school and have taken at least 6 honors or advanced placement classes. They have pushed themselves to maximize their education at Heritage High School. Congratulations on your accomplishments.
You may be seated. Thanks for waiting. I appreciate that. Oh, guys, it is a beautiful night. Absolutely beautiful night. You deserve this night, class of 2020. Dr. Nichols, These young men and women have completed all the requirements set forth by the great state of Georgia and the Catoosa County Board of Education for high school graduation. I proudly present to you the Heritage High School class of 2020.
Students, parents, and guests, it is my honor to present the students of Heritage High School who have completed the secondary school curriculum that followed the requirements of the Georgia Board of Education. Members of the Catoosa County Board of Education, as Assistant Superintendent of Catoosa County Public Schools, I certify that the students presented here tonight for graduation have met all state and local course requirements. Mr. Bradford, it's time to present the diplomas.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Jason Scott, Assistant Principal, and it is my honor to introduce to you the graduating seniors of the class of 2020. First row. Jade Alyssa Lecker, valedictorian. Lucy Elizabeth Hicks, salutatorian. Brian Chase Adams. Zachary Trey Adams. Nehemiah Antoine. Olivia Ann Bell. Brinley Claire Benson. Cameron Reagan Burtwhistle. Jonah Rand Chalmers Bolden. Martha Abigail Breedlove. Dennis Colby Britton. Aaron Gray Bryant. Gabrielle Alexis Bryson. Elisa Beth Busio. Joshua Blaine Collier. Emma Catherine Connolly. Shelby Ray Connolly. Joshua John Cook. Macy Marie Couch. Havian Tennille Danielle. Lauren Schuyler Dean. Abigail Jane Dodd. Hannah Elizabeth Doming. Brent Allen Floyd. Akira Key Nicole Ford. Jasmine Lane Garner. Derek Austin Gibson. Lillian Bell Goodson. Lauren Elizabeth Gray. Camden Matthew Green. Olivia Jade Greason Law. Trinity Lee Lynn Ha. Jacob Stephen Hartline. Brady Lee Hawkins. Natalie Lena Hayes. Lindsay Faith Grace Holcomb. Emily Danielle Humphrey. Maggie Lee Hurst. Kelly Nicole Johnson. Stephanie Loa. Ethan Williams Lovell. Jacob Christopher Lyons. Jonah Harrison Medeiros. Danielle Hanley McNabb. Corey Alexis Moore. Haley Gray Nichols. Carson Lane Nixon. Matthew Emerson Redmond. Savannah Kylie Richardson. Elena Marie Robinson. Tristan Gregory Rogers. Maddox J. Rose. Luke Allen Shackelford. Briley Kiana Shaw. Mason Alexander Sherrill. Sarah Kirsten Shields. Melissa Nicole Simmons. Anna Grace Skinner. Audrey Elizabeth Smith. Cameron Walker Smith. David Andrew Spencer. Caitlin Isabel Torbett. Autumn Blair Vyers. Hunter Joseph Vinson. Michaelin Grace Walker. Kalia Abigail Williams. I'm sorry, Kaylee Abigail Williams. Eric Thomas Wooten. Stephen Kenton Aaron. Megan Elizabeth Apple. Ashley Ann Arnold. Joshua Lynn Ashhook. Dylan Lincoln Bailey. Neely Anissa Bailey. Jada Ann Bennett. Garrison Reed Bethune. Keegan Ann Bilecki. Caroline Elizabeth Bolin. Alyssa K. Boley. Anna Marie Boley. Ashanta Brianna Bradford. Kaylin Elizabeth Bradley. Julie Sue Ann Brannon. Chad Henry Brewer. Ian William Bridges. Thomas David Ray Brooks, Jr. Jessica Lauren Brown. Khaki Rihanna Brown. Christopher Dylan Browning. Trenton Dan Brumlow. Caitlin Elizabeth Bunch. Zoran Mackenzie Burton. Luke Kennan Bussey. Michaela Jade Butler Castro. Morgan Nicole Cabe. Madison Bailey Caldwell. Ariana Chantel Camp. Adrian Alberto Carmona. Zachary Ryan Carr. Allison Ruby Marie Clark. Luke Briscoe Clowers. Striker Blaine Cole. William Cade Collins. Ryan Christopher Connell. Tyler Chase Kugel. Alexander Miles Courtney. Ethan Ray Covington. Anthony Cage Cranfield. Morgan Grace Crawley. Emma Josephine Adelaide Cronet. Luke Tillman Dabbs. Mara Nicole Daffrin. Chase Riley Davies. Catherine Karen Lynn Davis. Zoe Elizabeth Davis. Savannah Mary Denton. Nolan Christopher Dietz. Kaya Sebastian Dollinger. Zachary Ashton Dowis. Joseph Alexander Ekert. Logan Wesley Eady. Samuel Chase Ellis. Colby Matthew Ellsworth. Jonah Daniel England. Spencer Alexander James Irvin. Cameron Isaac Evans. Jesse Martin Fisher. Wesley Jackson Garner. Jordan Alexa Gass. Austin Clark Gordy. Jesse Chase Graham. Jerry Kenneth Grant. Caitlin Paige Graves. Harley Ormano Guarini. Ryan Alexander Haley. Cooper Neelan Hamill. Abby Elizabeth Harris. Carol Ann Haynes. Devin Michael Heaton. Julian Dwayne Hegspeth. Joanna Grace Hill. Emily Dakota Hinkle. Brant Lee Holland. Keegan Scout Holloway. Jalen LeBron Hood. Aiden Blaine Howe. Kaylee Danielle Hughes. Rihanna Jewel Husky. Ivan Andrew Eisman. Evan A. Jackson. Matthew Hunter Jackson. Erin Michelle Justice. Truman Carlton Keys. David Chadwick King. Mackenzie Patty Grace Lee. Isaiah Samuel Lewis. Jackson David Lewis. Austin Tyler Livingston. Zachary Reed Locke. Kyle Elijah Lusk. Ashton Dean Likens. Dylan Elias Maddox. Olivia Rose Malone. Jackson Davis Martin. Gunnar James Mathis. Sarah Gail McClure. Mariah Danae McCrary. Preston Davis McDade. Noah Lee McGoy. Kylie Austin McGee. Bryce Anthony McMath. Mia Lauren McNelly. Sean Dennis McNulty. Kayla Jane McFeeters. Christian Scott Merrill. Dylan Bryant Miles. Allison Kate Millwood. Jeffrey Charles Minor. Haley Kiara Montoya. Tobin Chandler Langston Moore. Shane Henry Moorhead. Ashley Brooke Morrison. Andrew Dwayne Mosier. Emery Arlene Mullenix. Tristan Michael Mullins. Aaron Douglas Needham. Jackson Chase Neely. Carson Jacob Norton. Easton Grant O'Donnell. Gabriel Alexander Ogle. Pete Edward Paget. Drake Anderson Parker. Michaela Annalise Patton. Shelby Paul. Ansley Kaler Peeler. Noah Scott Pennington. Owen Mathis Peterson. Shane Alexander Potosan. Kenneth James Pigeon IV. George Christian Matthew Piper Prussia. Donald James Pumphrey. Camden Gage Quails. Brendan Alexander Raby. Ronald Austin Raby. Haley Marie Raposa. Scout Williams Ralston. Robert Aubrey Ricketts. Austin Howard Rydell. Hannah Grace Rigsby. Kaya Nove Robertson. Emily Renee Rock. Abigail Catherine Rosser. Caleb Nathan Sebastian Sanders. Lauren Scott Scharf. Peyton Lee Schuneman. Kyler Savannah Schwink. Emily Brianna Scott. Grace Nocito Scott. McKenna Michelle Shan. Avery Kate Shepard. Jack Edward Showalter. Elijah Dale Simpson. Lauren Alexandra Sizemore. Jessica Louise Sisk. Aniston Riley Smith. Emily Lynn Smith. Grayson Caroline Smith. Paxton Riley Smith. Ashley Caroline Stevenson. Dylan James Stewart. Madeline Page Stooksbury. Caitlin Michelle Sullivan. Matthew Wayne Swanson. Thomas Luke Teague. Morgan Page Terry. Matthew George William Tetrault. Nicholas Patrick Thomas. Adrian Iunique Thornton. Nyasia Monique Toney. Joseph Dean Towery. Laurel Mason Troffenstead. Madison Nicole Trevelyan. Morgan Elizabeth Trotter. Lauren Elizabeth Turner. Kayla Ann Varnon. Riley Mackenzie Wagner. Jade Nicole Walker. Sean Patrick Wangren. Kelsey Marie Worthen. Kaylee Lynn Watson. Chloe Lee Watson. Aneston Felicity Welch. Sydney Mercedes West. Shayla Marie Weston. Jaquan Lamar Smith. Kalick Michelle Williams. Casman Marie Williams. Sydney Jane Wilson. Bailey Ann Winston. Joshua Trey Woodall. Harlan Stone Anderson Woodard. Kelly Diane Wooten. Kenneth Austin Wooten. Brooke Leanne Worley. Jacob Nathaniel Wright. Lillianne Grace York. Alexia Paige Young.
Seniors, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations, graduates.
Hey guys, we're going to take a selfie like we do at pep rallies, so everybody would smile. No.
Good evening. I'm Brady Hawkins, president of the class of 2020.
And I'm Brinley Benton, your vice president. Hello, Heritage Class of 2020. Long time no see. I'm sure right now we're all thinking that this isn't how everything is supposed to be. Everyone's 6 feet apart and not having seen each other in 5 months. We were supposed to finish out our senior year with a bang. There was no way for us to know that Thursday, March 12th, when we got out for in-service, would be our last day walking the halls of our beloved high school. We were expecting a long weekend, but that long weekend turned into a long spring break and eventually an early and long summer. We weren't aware that that day would be the last chance we could say goodbye to our favorite teachers and fellow classmates that we may not get to see again after today. But despite the hardships and the unforeseen journey through these crazy circumstances that we've all been going through, we are still the class of 2020, and we are different from the rest. This pandemic has taught me to appreciate what we have, especially the memories that we were able to make here. From our dominance in pep rallies, to playing Just Dance during lunch, to Ethan Lovell creating the famous Get Up Taj, or to our secret beginning of the year experiment where we put a piece of cheese underneath the stairwell to try and create our own cheese touch from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Mr. Bradford, can you pretend you didn't hear that? And it's still there. Or the time that one of our own caught a microwave on fire in 8th grade. And, of course, all of the amazing times in student sections, at talent shows, at state championships, and so many more great times that we had with the people we got to meet and build friendships with. I will always remember walking into school every day and Mr. Bradford greeting me with a smile and a good morning. And that's exactly what our high school experience was and will be remembered as, memorable. Instead of reflecting on the past 5 months, I hope you all reflect on the first 7 that we were fortunate enough to get to spend together and make these memories that will last a lifetime. So thank you, class of 2020, for making these memories with me and with each other. Because despite our unusual ending to the year, the first 3 years and what we got of the 4th are what I choose to remember, and I hope you choose to remember as well. Thank you.
We made it. Today we graduate under circumstances unlike graduations of the past, but are still able to gather together one more time. We succeeded because of the help of the amazing teachers here at Heritage, but we also succeeded because we chose to do so. We will forever be known as the class that COVID ruined, but we will also be known as a class that overcame it. Although we will be the class remembered because of COVID-19, our legacy reaches far behind that. If we would have known it would be our last morning announcements, I think we would have all cherished it a little more, because I know I sure did. But at the same time, name another class that won 5 pep rallies, although it should have been 6 in a year. Or a class that perfected a Red Sea not once, but twice. Memories like these and many more are what have shaped our high school careers, and just a few reasons why I cannot not complain about the time I have spent at this school. I think it is important that we not dwell on the things we missed out on, but the things we were lucky enough to experience together. With all the pep rallies, student section support at all the sporting events, and senior trips we were lucky enough to go on, there will be memories that will keep with me forever, but that isn't where the story ends. The alma mater explains it perfectly when it says that some of us may travel widely, some may never roam, because there are going to be those of us who continue to make memories together, and there will be those of us that this will be the last. My hope is that if this is the last, that the events we experienced up to this point will be more than enough to carry with you the rest of your life. When you leave tonight, tell the people that have been there for you along the way how much they mean to you. Thank the teachers that had an influence in your life and how much of the impact they made. And we will all hope to see you again. Thank you, and stay classy, Heritage.
We're singing the alma mater. Yeah, it is. Nestled in the rolling hills and rooted in a dream stands our humble alma mater, held in high esteem. As the fighting five-star spirit leads to victory, we will pledge our hearts forever. Heritage, hail to thee.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll please stay in your location till the class of 2020 leaves the field. Class of 2020, I'll see you at homecoming, September